Hello, everyone. I had took my sister to the doctor's office today, and it's close to a hospital. And I always prepare myself for those times that I'm that close to the hospital because there's so many different waves of energy that hit you. And sometimes with me, um, I can feel that stuff a mile away, it starts hitting me. So I always prepare myself mentally. I usually before I leave the house, I'll say a prayer, try to keep a certain scripture in my head, and that way I'm better prepared for when I walk into the place or close to it. And we're all different. We all do things differently, but for me, this is the way I do it because we're all unique in our own gifts. So with this, when I go to the hospital or I feel it, I can feel those different waves of energy hitting. And what I do is I sort of let it hit me, but I let it just pass right on through and go out. You know, I don't linger on that emotions or those feelings, because sometimes when people go in there and they feel a little sick, they feel heavy on their shoulders, they a little disoriented sometimes. But if you prepare yourself when you go in, it's not that bad. It still comes at you, because it seems like when people are newly passed, it seems like that energy is more chaotic in a way. It seems like it comes at you in bursts versus like going to a cemetery or an old house where it's sat for a while and the spirit has been there a lot longer. I don't know why that is, but that's the way it does me. I found that, when you do that and you prepare yourself, that when those bursts of energy hits you, and you can acknowledge it if you want, but if it's a negative, and I know it is because I asked God to show me the truth, of that feeling. And when you know that that's a negative thing and something you don't want to follow you home or to harass you while you're there, you ask God to go ahead and rebuke it and get it away from you. It always works for me. Sometimes it'll linger, though, a little bit harder, and I have to sound like a crazy woman. Sometimes I have to verbally speak it, and they just look at me, like you're loony. It's like, just get away from me. In the name of Jesus. That's when you get those looks. Okay, who's this lady talking to? But for the most part, I can think it, and I can pray it in my head, and it'll go away. Or I change my frequency, and by that I mean imagine yourself with Jesus and Him pulling you up out of it, and looking at it a different way, and it'll pull you a little bit out of that too. Other pockets of energy that I hit, like I said, when I'm walking, it hits me and I sort of just either acknowledge it and let it roll off, or not acknowledge it and just let it go through and out. I just sort of, I know it's there. Okay, I felt it. I know what it is. Let it go. I do that quite often. I am not going to go around searching for loved ones, a family that has passed in a hospital when I'm in there. That will make me sick. It makes me physically weak if I do that constantly. So, and if I am sick, it comes at me really weird and chaotic. Or sometimes it don't come at me at all and I can just feel it, but I don't know, I can't see or hear what it is. That's a little bit of info I wanted to share with you today. And maybe it'll help somebody out there. And you can hear my guinea fowl. They're very noisy, but I love them. You enjoy your night, and I pray that God blesses you. And, once you get the hang of things, it makes it easier. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And the more you rely on Him, it gets a lot easier. So God bless you.